get serious now, because if you are living in Florida, fun is probably not what you've been having in recent days. Hurricane Milton has struck land and 13 people have sadly lost their lives. 3 million are left without power in Florida. And looking at some of the social media footage as well online, a huge amount of devastation with people's houses razed to the ground. Let's speak to Bill Vitani, who's a tour guide in Florida, in Orlando, I believe. Bill, what's it like in Orlando?
Right now, it's very quiet. It's just cleaning up the mess. I drove yesterday, the day after, and the roads are actually not too bad where I live, but there were some other areas. It was just a nightmare. I sent a few photos. I don't know if you saw some of them.
Yeah, we're going to try and stick some of those up on our social media. I mean, what did you have to evacuate? Did Orlando have to be evacuated?
Yeah, there were parts of Orlando that did evacuate. My area did not, and I'm in a manufactured home, which is, not as stable as a standalone home. But the thing is, I didn't have to evacuate, but some of these areas just got so devastated. It was just unbelievable. It's not as bad as...
You were there when the storm actually hit?
Yes. In my area, it was supposed to be almost 100-mile-an-hour winds, and I was pretty much up on and off all night because we were just waiting for the winds to go down, but they were here for like 8-9 hours.
What on earth is that like? I mean, what's the sound like? What are you sort of just hunkered up under furniture, hearing things howling and beating outside?
That's all you can hear. I mean, I've been here over 20 years and I've seen it, but this is one of the worst ones, because you're kind of like almost right in it. But there are other areas that I feel so bad for the people, because they were like right in the direct hit of the storm. And there's still, the flooding is unbelievable. I'm not in a flooding area, thank God, but these areas are just unbelievable. I can see the footage right now of the water going through.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to have a huge impact on people's lives and livelihoods. What sort of support do Floridians think they're getting? Are they comforted by the reaction? I know that Elon Musk has sent Starlinks, and Ron DeSantis is being fairly busy on the ground. Joe Biden, I'm not really sure what he's up to. But do Floridians feel reassured with the response from their government?
They're waiting for FEMA, which is the Federal Emergency Management Association, FEMA, and they could get some assistance from them. But apart from that, politics aside, they don't even deal with politics. We're pretty much used to this happening, don't expect it and don't want it to happen, but it's just some people get it worse than others. But this thing hit a couple of states. Now it's on the way over. It's on the way east, so it might even, parts of it might even come back up and go towards Europe, because some of these have left the East Coast and gone towards Europe.
Blimey. And are people now starting to come back to their homes, those people who did have to evacuate?
Oh yeah, they're able to come back. Some of these counties are not allowed to come back for the police unless you are first responder, fire, or volunteer or something. But this is the second day after, so those counties that actually south of me, which is Kissimmee, which I worked out of quite a bit, and there's a lot of British down there, so it's comforting to see the British on TV, because they live here, many of them, and they're just talking about, getting back in order.
Yeah, what happens when people have evacuated their homes and then they come back and find that there is no home to go to? I mean, what happens to them? Do they have to sort of find lodgings with other people in the state? Is there emergency accommodation that's been set up?
You go through a hotel, and hopefully there's a hotel around, or friends and family. You just have to make good as the best you can. But people's attitudes are really good, really good. I mean, you're here to complain about it, and it's better than not being here.
Blimey. I mean, look, Bill, we're thinking of you. We're thinking of Florida. I've never visited Florida. I really would love to. And as a tour guide, I'll get in touch with you and help support your economy and helping to rebuild Florida after this wicked storm, Hurricane Milton, which has killed 13 people and left 3 million without power in Florida. Our thoughts with Floridians right now.